This course is intended for nurses like you who will be using AnywhereRN to remove, return, and waste medications for their patients. I know your time is important, so let's jump right in and start using AnywhereRN. The rest of this course is divided into 3 distinct sections. Log on and identify your area. Create and maintain the My Patients list. Manage medications remotely. You can connect to AnywhereRN from any computer where it's configured. If AnywhereRN is not open, simply double-click the AnywhereRN shortcut on the desktop. Once you open AnywhereRN, you'll be asked to log on. Just use the same username and password as you use on the Omnicell cabinet. To begin using AnywhereRN, I double-click the icon on my computer desktop. This opens the logon screen for AnywhereRN. Remember, AnywhereRN uses the same user ID and password as your Omnicell cabinets. I'll start by logging in. AnywhereRN opens, and I'm ready to get started. There may be times when you need to change your password. First, click the Options drop-down. Then click the Change Omnicell Password option. You'll be guided through the process of creating a new password. Remember, if you lose your password, please contact your system administrator. Omnicell will not be able to help you recover your password or change it. I decide to reset my password using AnywhereRN. First, I click the Options drop-down menu. Next, I select the option to change Omnicell password. I enter my current password. Then I enter a new password and confirm it. Finally, I click OK to confirm the change. The next time I log on to AnywhereRN or the Omnicell cabinet, I'll be able to use my new password. When AnywhereRN is set up, it becomes associated with different areas of your hospital. Once an area is set up on a particular computer, it becomes the default area. Occasionally, you may need to select or change the area. AnywhereRN must be associated with an area of the facility. This area can be changed as needed. For example, I work in the CCU. Right now, the AnywhereRN area is set to ER. This is easy to change. I click on the area ER. A list of all areas appears. Areas marked with a red asterisk are restricted and are only accessible by a system administrator. To change AnywhereRN to My Area, I click CCU. The area is now set to CCU. Now when I log on, I see patients from the CCU. Before we move on to the next section, let's look at AnywhereRN navigation. AnywhereRN uses 5 icons for navigation. Each time you log on, you'll be taken to the Request Med Removals tab. This tab shows a summary of due and upcoming medication administrations for each patient. You can save time by using the Request Med Returns tab to request a return in advance. The tab shows a list of issued medications that are available for return. Use the Record Med Waste tab to document wasted medication from a remote location. Go to the Assign My Patients tab to create a customized list of patients for use in AnywhereRN and on the cabinet. Finally, review patient details from the View Patient Profile tab. In this section of the course, you'll learn how to create and maintain your My Patients list. You'll also use AnywhereRN to view patient information on the Patient Profile tab. In AnywhereRN, your My Patients list provides easy access to your current list of patients. The first time you enter AnywhereRN, you need to build this list. Then you'll continue to update the list as your patients change. These updates will change the list of My Patients, showing on the Omnicell cabinet as well. Remember that you always need at least one patient on your My Patients list. A patient, Juanita Cohen, has just transferred to my care. I need to add her to my patients list. After logging on, I'm taken to the Request Med Removal tab. I select Assign My Patients. I select Juanita from the list of patients. Then I click Add Selected Patients. Juanita is added to my list of patients. My list of patients will need to be updated manually as my patients change. After updating my list, I can now return to the Request Med Removal tab. Juanita shows up on my list of patients, and I'm ready to create a medication request. You can go to the Patient Profile tab to view more detailed information about your patients and their medications. In AnywhereRN, I use the Patient Profile tab to view patient-specific details and medication orders. To get started, I click Patient Profile. I'm looking for information on Juanita, so I choose her name from the drop-down list. I can view basic patient demographics for Juanita, or click Confirm Patient to review information about her medication orders. This opens up a list of medication orders. With detailed information about each medication order, from here I can click on Override to see a list of stocked medications available for override, or click Select Patient to go back and choose a different patient. I'm free to select another patient or go on another task. Congratulations! You've logged on to AnywhereRN, set up your patient list, and looked up patient and medication details under the patient profile. You're ready to begin managing medications remotely. As you may remember, each time you log on, you'll be taken to the Request Med Removal tab. Here, you'll create remote requests for medication orders. It's important to remember that you can only create remote requests for yourself. One user cannot request medications for another user. I'm ready to use AnywhereRN to help in my 8 a.m. MedPass. To do so, I make sure I'm on the Request Med Removal screen. On this screen, I see a list of PRN and scheduled meds for my list of patients. By default, the list always includes both scheduled and PRN meds. To see only PRN medications, select PRNs only from the drop-down. I want to see both, so I keep scheduled meds selected. To remove PRNs from the list, uncheck the Include PRNs checkbox. Clicking the arrows will show which meds are due. I can choose to remove medications for one patient or multiple patients by selecting each patient's checkbox. I'm going to remove medications for Juanita. Then I choose Select Meds. Scheduled meds are automatically checked. I can check or clear medications as needed. I click the plus sign to get more information about the patient and medication. I notice warning signs or other information about the order. I check whether a witness is required. I'm ready to make my request to remove these medications. I select Create Requests. If my nursing area has more than one cabinet, I can see where the medication is available. I review the information and then click Close. A blue check mark shows my requests are complete. I log off because I'm ready to retrieve my medications. At times, you may need to remove a medication on override. Overrides can be requested by using the Remove Stocked Meds tab on the Request Med Removal screen. My patient Juanita has developed low blood sugar. I need to override dextrose 50% 50 ml. To do this, I need to create a request using the Removed Stocked Meds tab. I select Juanita's name from the Select Patient drop-down list. AnywhereRN displays a list of all medications available for override. To search by trade name, I change the radio button selection. I type in a portion of the name, then I click Search. I select the item I plan to override. I enter the intended dosage. Then I select Create Request. I review information on the medication's location and click Close. My request is complete. I log off AnywhereRN. When you head to your Omnicell cabinet to complete a remote issue, you'll notice that the dialog changes based on how many patients have pending issues. If only one of your patients has remote issues pending, the cabinet will guide you directly to remove this patient's medications. If multiple patients have remote issues pending, you'll need to select your patient from a list of patients. First, I log on to the cabinet. I select Issue to remove the meds I requested. If I created remote issue requests for multiple patients, I'll see a list of patients. I'm going to issue Juanita's meds first. I follow the cabinet prompts to remove the medications. Morphine will require a witness. My witness enters their credentials. I count the items in the bin and provide confirmation. At this point, I can choose to remove meds for Kevin Abel. I can then perform other activities on the cabinet or exit. I'll choose to exit and go administer my medications. If you need to return a medication, you can create a return request in AnywhereRN. This process is similar to the process of creating a remote issue request. Juanita was off the unit when I went to administer the dextrose 50% 50 ml syringe. I need to return the item to the cabinet. I select the Request Med Returns tab. I see a list of all medications that can be returned. When I select a medication, I can modify the return quantity if needed. I select the checkbox for dextrose. I'm ready to create my request. My request has been sent. I log off and proceed to the cabinet. At times, you may need to view or edit one of your remote requests before you go to the cabinet. These options are conveniently located near the tab where the request was originally created. The View Pending Removals tab is located next to the Remove Meds tab. The View Pending Returns tab is located next to the Return Meds tab. If you don't see your request, it may have expired and you'll need to create a new one. Juanita mentioned that she does not want her dose of calcium carbonate. I'm going to cancel the request. I select the View Pending Removal tab. I check the box for calcium carbonate. Next, I cancel the medication. Then I select Yes to confirm. Then I click Log Off and begin removing my other meds from the cabinet. AnywhereRN also provides the opportunity to document waste from a remote location. During the process, you'll be able to select one or more medications to waste. A witness icon will display for waste that requires a witness to be present. Your witness will be prompted to enter their username and password into AnywhereRN in order to verify the waste. AnywhereRN provides a simple way to document waste remotely. I'm going to document waste for the partial dose of morphine that I administered to Juanita. I select Record Med Waste. A list of all meds requiring waste displays. It's important to know that only one medication can be wasted at a time. I select Juanita from the list of patients. The morphine displays on the list. If the medication I was looking for did not show up on the list, I can click Show All Meds for selected patient. All medications removed for Juanita display. I only want to see morphine, so I uncheck the box. Remember, you can only waste one medication at a time. The expected waste is entered, but I can make changes if needed. I select Document Medications. My witness enters their credentials. The waste is accepted. I select my waste reason. Finally, I click OK. I'm ready to log off.